Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Best teammates.
I mean, who's going to do the talking without Jared here?
We should have discussed this beforehand.
You'd think this is our first radio. Hello.
How you going?
I'm good. I'm Rosie.
I'm Andy.
And that's it.
Yeah, this sounds like a movie podcast I used to do.
Yeah, call me Yaz. Don't actually call me that at all.
Hey, Yaz.
No, that'd be weird if you start referring to me as your ex.
Yeah.
Look, the boys have bailed, and I think I have a theory. I think they're afraid of my baby, who is sitting in my lap right now. And if you hear a little that's
AMSR baby style.
Yeah, hey. So we've got Nicoletta. Say something, Nicoletta. Cool story, baby. No, she should be sweet in here, so this has to be PG rated. But since it's just you and me, I feel like it'll be fine.
Yeah, just a couple of mates hanging out.
Yeah, sure.
Which is what the podcast is, really.
Yeah. Just less friends this week. Well, Jared, I don't know. What's his excuse? He said, I reckon it's something to do with the soccer or the football.
Yeah, well, I think
World Cup's in town.
I think he is quite worn out.
It's been a massive week. It's been very, very big. And I've only done half of what he's done this week.
When did it start? Sorry, you guys are doing the Women's World Cup.
We are doing the Women's World Cup.
Yeah, so when did it start?
First game in Adelaide was Monday night, and it was just huge. It was like more than 13,000 people were there at High Marsh Stadium, Brazil v Panama. But we had a massive weekend of rehearsals. We rehearsed most of Saturday, and then we went to the Port Adelaide game against Collingwood.
Are the rehearsals a lot of waiting around and stuff? Yeah.
But like a tiny part, especially me. He does more than I do, but we're such a tiny part in this big production. It takes heaps of people, but it takes a lot of waiting around. So we did most of Saturday. We were there most of Sunday as well. Yeah. And then we got to the game on Monday night. I think it was 5 or 6 hours before the game actually started. So it's just been big. And then he's doing the fan festival as well. So he's literally living and breathing the football.
Is there a lot more pressure because you're waiting around a lot more of the time, you're thinking about it, or you're more comfortable by having a lot more prep time?
I don't.
You know when you get there 5 hours before? I
know.
When I did the rugby, I was starting to freak out because I was double thinking everything 5 hours beforehand, and you have to remember all the names and the accents and all that sort of stuff. Not accents.
I don't think you should give an accent.
No. Pronunciations of words and stuff.
I would love to get some audio of Jared yelling out the Brazilian names, because I'm convinced he started saying, so you yell at you don't yell, you're saying the team.
Passionately talk.
You know the team list, so you're like number 1, Andy Martin. Yeah. And I'm convinced he started saying the numbers in English with an accent, like number 3.
So he's like the count of Sesame Street.
That did sound more count. I need to get audio. I'm convinced he started saying the English numbers with an accent, and I was like, and I wasn't in the same place as him, so I couldn't be like, hey, buddy.
Less Brazilian, more you. One thing was a shocker for me was Fiji, because all the actual names that you would think is pronunciated.
No, I don't think that's a word. Pronounced,
pronounced, thank you. A certain way isn't how it looks on paper. So you've actually got to understand.
Like Welsh?
Yeah, well, you got to understand the language, I guess, or to actually pronounce it.
Can you remember one of the names, Andy?
No, because I fucked them all up. It was bad. It was real bad. Thank God the halves or the full game was only 7 minutes long, so you'd get away with it for a bit.
And then just say "bulla" a few times.
Yeah,
and
mate. There you go, mate. Just kicking a goal or whatever they do in rugby.
Did you have to announce goals? Did you have to announce goals, Andy?
Yeah, I was a ground announcer. For the IRB International Rugby Sevens, 3 years in a row.
Oh, man. I'm so sad I missed this.
It was like 24 teams or whatever it was. So you had to obviously run through every single team.
Not on one day, but yes, okay.
No, it was. Yeah, it was over 2 days.
Over 2 days?
Each game's like 7 minutes. That's why it's called Rugby Sevens.
That is true. I did play a rugby for a short season.
Did you?
Rugby Sevens when I was in Tasmania, because I was trying to make friends. So I joined the rugby team.
No, as you probably know, I don't understand sport, but between rugby union and rugby league, which one were you doing? Union.
still don't really know.
Yeah, I just ran at stuff and hope for the best.
I just got tips on how to bring down chicks twice my size.
Fair enough.
Go for the ankles. That's.
I just worked really hard not to get cauliflower ears for a year.
I am not a sporty person. It was so fun. I used to take. I never take pre-workout, but I used to take pre-workout before the games just so I
revved up.
Just so I was like, okay, you're really tiny and you're probably going to get smashed out there, but you'll be fine. Yeah, I've never been more bruised than I was during that season.
Was there a lot of hip and shouldering action, or is it?
I don't know. There was a lot of. The first time I got taken down, it was the weirdest feeling because I'm a pretty small human. If you haven't met me, just over 5 foot, even that. And I remember the first time I went down, I was like running. Next minute, I looked up and I was like looking at the sky. And I was like, I don't know what happened, but the pre-workout kicked in, and I was like, "That's thrilling. Let's go again."
Was it pre-workout like Jared's that have glitter in it?
Well, no, and no one knows what we're talking about because that's the podcast that didn't get recorded properly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Jared brought in pre-workout that has glitter in it and it went everywhere. I've just finished cleaning it up.
Yeah, it was very pretty. I met,
He really sparkles at the gym these days.
and probably in the toilet.
Oh, unicorn's taking a dump in here. Oh, no, it's Jared's just been in.
So that explains Jared's absence, and Maddie's feeling sick.
Yeah, poor guy. But you know what? Like having a newborn baby, especially, you know, one that may be going to childcare and things like that, it's, well, not a newborn baby, he's like
Just
7.
cracked one.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. He's
birthday.
7. No, he's not 7. Rugby sevens. What?
He's Benjamin Button.
Yeah. But like, I completely understand because you just go on this rotating, revolting sickness roller coaster that once you think you're over it, you end up with another one.
That's why I'm trying to avoid taking this child to childcare for as long as possible. I refer to her while you can hear her breathing now. That's her.
There we go. Sounds like me sleeping.
Great contribution, baby girl. You said you've been offline for 2 days. Can you please explain?
So, one of the things...
What can you actually say on air?
No, I can say as much as I want. I'm 39. I can do what I want.
And also you can beep because you're the editor of
That's
this
true.
podcast.
Yes. So what I did... And if you didn't listen to that, that's because I cut it all out. No, so one of the things I've been doing is setting up a radio station.
Oh, just...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, no
All
worries.
right,
Anyway,
right.
and next thing...
I know I have a coffee. What do you mean?
Well, there's a new radio station launching on Friday, soft launching, you could say, online.
Like a online?
Yep.
What's it called? Can we say?
Well, the one show that we're live streaming is Jeremy Cordo's Court of Public Opinion. So the show that he ran for
It's like Jerry Springer, but with Jeremy Cordo.
Yeah, and less dwarfs.
You can't say that. And also,
You brought up Jerry Springer. I've seen so many videos online lately. I don't know what my algorithm's been doing, but a lot of Jerry Springer throwbacks have popped up for me.
Do they involve small people?
Yeah, they used to like battle on stuff over cross-dressing men, allegedly, according to a lot of the videos.
I remember one episode of this is one episode that I remember.
Yeah.
Probably because I was probably home from school watching Jerry Springer, probably primary school, because it was about that time, like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And this has been imprinted in my brain, but there was a bloke. This is so foul. He would, I don't know how he would get the vomit, but he would get his lovers to vomit.
That is...
Wait, I'm not finished.
So far. Oh, my God.
And he would bag it up and then he kept it in bags in his garage. And then he was talking about how sometimes he goes back and smells it. Yeah, like it was like this weird fetish thing. And I'm like, now, I mean,
You can't even think of a percentage of going, maybe that's okay. You can't.
No.
That's absolutely disgusting.
And
that's stuck with you all these years.
Yeah, I can't remember any other episode except the guy with the vomit in bags.
And what was, because you know how there's obviously there's a storyline behind everyone, and they're there to do something. So what was he doing? Was he like letting his partner know that he likes that?
No, I think it was maybe like a weird fetish episode.
Okay, yep.
I imagine. I can't really remember the details. It was a long time ago. All I remember is the bags of vomit.
There's a lot of catfishing episodes because catfishing was obviously large back then.
And like now, as someone who's been a producer for a while of a radio show, I know that not everything is always as real.
Smoke and mirrors.
But like, as if you would agree as an actor to be like, yeah, no, I'll agree with the guy that loves vomit. Like, there has to be some.
Well, I mean, like,
unless you've got paid lots of money to be just a foul human.
Actors, a
I
lot of the
shouldn't say
time
that.
are
It's very judgmental.
I mean, like actors are unemployed a lot of the time, and they usually say yes to anything because they
Sure.
need the work, right?
Sure, I'll be the guy.
Imagine you get the script.
I'll suck a toe on TV.
Yeah,
Sure.
what? We've all been there, Rosie. We've all
Sorry,
been there.
we haven't.
Isn't there a foot fetish website that's like OnlyFans that goes off?
Well, I'm not working that much these days. I have, thought about,
I think
could I make money just to show
Two
some of my feet?
Tony's sister makes a lot of money off that site, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that would make being at home a lot with the baby. I can't even contemplate it. It just is weird.
I mean, good bit of side hustle.
Well,
isn't
maybe
it?
when she's
Don't have to show
sleeping,
your
I could
face.
just show my feet, get some cash.
Yeah. How are your feet? Do you reckon they're fetishable?
I'm a short person, short toes.
Being a smaller person, which means less
I
pressure
have a
when you're
big foot
walking,
for
would
a
that
short
mean that your
person.
foot is in good condition compared to someone that's taller?
I don't. Wow, your brain goes. Anyway, I'm sorry, we're so off track. You were talking about starting a radio station, and now we're talking about sucking toes. Can you go back to the radio station bit?
So we're sucking toes. Yeah, so every Friday between 9 and midday, Jeremy Cordo is going to go live with the Court of Public Opinion from his summer house.
From these Ozcast studios?
No. We're going to run it out of his place so he doesn't have to get up early and come in.
And you are
But yeah,
the talent.
there will be a studio in the future and all that sort of stuff. But
Wow, so he's going to talk about everything.
Yeah, well, because essentially the way this has all come about, and especially like the reason why we're starting this whole online radio thing is 100 years ago, literally around this time, commercial radio started from a dining room table in a house.
It's a history lesson we didn't know we were getting when we started this podcast,
so
guys.
it's like literally like this week or next week or something like that. It's like an anniversary, so that's another reason why we're starting it now from his dining room table.
Wow, we should have a round the table party. Actually, we should just all turn up to the podcast. That'd be a celebration in itself. If all four of us were here around this table.
That'd be a hell of a
All
party.
right, let's do that. That's very exciting.
Yeah.
Can I have a show?
Yep.
8 o'clock every night.
What are you going to call it?
Let's call it Suck My Toe.
You've said it on the podcast, which means it's now in contract. I'm setting up the paperwork later on this afternoon. No, I mean, this is exciting, right? So we're going to have the talkback personalities involved as well, but this is like the first stage to soft launch it to make sure it all works right.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I also went and saw the Barbie movie. So, yeah.
With who?
Lady friend. It was a good day because
I heard it's not. I really want to see it. I've heard it's not kid friendly.
no, definitely not.
Even though it's rated like PG.
I picked up Georgia and Millie from picked up Georgia from her final day of childcare on Friday. We'll get into that shortly, but she had a massive breakdown because she as soon as I picked her up, gets in the car, she's like, "Daddy, when are we going to go see the Barbie movie?" And I'm like, "We're not."
Because I've read and I want to see it. I don't know where I'm going to be able to go to the movies with a baby.
Well, no. Cinemas have baby mornings for mums that they you can go
I love
watch a
that
movie.
you know that and I don't.
I've been in the movie industry for many years, adult or not.
But it would just be people. It'd just be babies crying the whole time. I don't want that.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the lights are on. It's a lower volume. You can sit there and watch it, and it's okay if your baby cries.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
I don't want babies crying while I watch a movie.
All right, leave her in the car.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean that. Pokey's mum.
Can I be like, hey, mother-in-law, can you look after the baby? I just want to go to the movies by myself.
Yeah.
Is that legit? I've read an article just this morning that someone walked out in the first 10 minutes because they had their 12-year-old daughter and they were like, the first 10 minutes is not okay.
Well,
and I'm so intrigued without giving anything away. How could anything be that bad?
To get ready for it, I actually got the girls to watch. I think it's on Netflix. Like Barbie has a cartoon or whatever. And it's a bit of a movie, but it's not the movie.
You watch that to prep yourself for the Barbie movie?
No, to prep them to see what it will be like
Oh.
with those sort of not really adult themes, but it's different to watching Paw Patrol. So
less dogs.
and they freaked out halfway through and it wasn't even scary. So I'm like, no, you're definitely not going. And also,
okay.
you're 5, and it's PG-13 or something.
Yeah,
so
it is.
now you know what? I found the movie entertaining, even though that I'm definitely not the core demographic. I don't want to ruin it for you, but
Ryan Gosling gets his gear off.
I wish. No. So as we're walking in, we're talking about, you know, what we've heard about the movie and stuff like that. And a lot of people talked about the messaging about, you know, the heavy sort of political feminism sort of stuff. Yeah. But then I've seen some interviews where they're like, someone wasn't in the movie because it wasn't feminist enough, and then they changed the directors and like the writers and stuff like that, and then it sort of got a bit better. But went in there with an open mind. It was entertaining up until about 90% through the movie, and then they just hammered home the messaging. And at this, I was a little bit hammered.
I read there's like a beautiful, maybe this is the part where you said it's hammering rather than beautiful, where America Ferrera does like a big monologue about. Is that what the messaging? Anyway, I'll have to see it.
I don't know.
America Ferrera is the one that did Ugly Betty.
Well, I went to the 2:00 session. At 11 o'clock, I had
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, I had my first.
Someone's living the life.
I went down to the Moseley and we bar hopped to prep for the movie.
Was it on the weekend?
Monday.
A Monday 2 o'clock session. Yeah. Is that when all the senior citizens go to the movies?
How dare you? I'm a middle-aged man. Yeah, seniors discount. No worries.
It was Monday, not Tuesday, buddy. Yeah. So you didn't like that? The bit at the 90% mark?
No. Like, I appreciate messaging and stuff, but it was a bit much. Like, they kept going, and it was like the last bit of the movie, and there was no like real conclusion. It was just like, I understand all the, you know, the female empowerment and stuff, and I, you know, love that.
Yeah, and you've turned up in pink today, which is very inspiring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he's wearing the greyest of jumpers you could possibly wear.
Yeah. Well, I've had my.
Can't tell if it's grey or it used to be black. That's the colour grey it is.
I kicked off the week with extreme messaging, so now the rest of the week I can just wear grey. No need for colour.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that? Was it your tummy?
No, I think my baby is doing a poo.
Are you laughing at me?
I think that was the sound of a number 2.
Oh, no, that was me.
I think she's pushing. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, she's got pushing face.
Yep. Oh,
yeah,
no.
Yeah, and the breathing as well. I know that breathing.
Oscar studios are about to
be christened.
Oh, God. And this is why Jared and Maddie didn't come.
You know, that'll be the second time that someone has done that in here.
The thing is, these studios are surrounded by windows.
Yeah, it's like we're in the zoo. So it's like they're looking in at some, you know, little monkeys taking a poop.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed the movie. Again, I had a fair bit of we snuck a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc in there as well.
God. You know, there are cinemas where you can.
Yeah, we found that out. We rolled up.
Legally take wine. All right. It's on my to-do list.
Yeah,
it's on my to-do list. Done.
Yeah.
Well, should we do a best and worst? And I had a game ready to play today, but it's not going to be very
Does it
entertaining.
not work with one person?
It doesn't work with one person, no.
Charades?
Let's play charades, guys.
Yes.
Can we do a best and worst and then wrap this baby up?
Yeah, for sure. You go first.
Best and worst?
Yeah.
Can my best be my worst? Great, because it's going to be. I've made up the rules.
Okay.
The best is, as you saw when you come to help me get the baby out the car outside the Ozcast studios, I got a new car, guys.
It's pretty awesome, hey?
It's fully electric. It's Christopher's dream car, but I get to drive it all day because it's got the baby seat.
Yeah.
And we're only going to get one baby seat because, I mean...
For now.
I'm not going to put baby seats in 2 cars. It's just a lot of unnecessary spending.
For now.
What do you mean?
You might have to put 2 babies in the back at some point.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, girl.
You were doing this for now and then raising your eyebrows and I didn't pick up what you were putting down.
You're like, you're trying to pick me up? This is weird.
So it's very exciting. It took me like 2 weeks to find the confidence to drive it because they're quite different to drive.
Well, they're pretty large.
What?
Yeah. And also, you have to get your head
as
around
you can tell, I don't know how
size
to park it still. It's a bit wide.
Yeah, it's on the roof.
It's on the line. And there's like, you don't really use the brake in this car. It's just like, it feels like...
What, it's like self-braking almost?
Well, yeah, it is. There's a brake there if you're on a hill, but most of the time you just take your foot off the accelerator and then the car stops. And then when you're at the lights, you don't push anything. It's so bizarre.
When I was travelling, so I've used about 30 rental cars over the last year.
Only destroyed 28.
Yeah, it was. You remember the first Jackass movie where they took a rental car and they went into destruction? It was like that. I'd roll back. Hey guys, this is my 5th one. Whatever. I don't care. But yeah, a lot of them now have you pull your foot off the brake and it slows down, or it predicts the traffic in front and it slows. It's awesome. And you get so lazy and then you get into a normal car.
I got into the normal car because we have obviously another normal car.
Went through a shop.
Forgot to use my indicator. Forgot to use the brake. So it's exciting and really cool, and it's more cool for Christopher because it's his dream car. But I just
is he pretty happy though? Like,
yeah.
has he been?
So on the weekends, he's like, he gets it.
Oh, he's like that, is he? Was that a poo again?
I think she's still going with the same one.
Oh, she is pushing, isn't she?
Oh God! And I'm wearing her on a baby wear, and I'm wearing white. If this slips out, we're all in trouble.
She is staring deep into my eyes while she does that as well.
Well, the worst bit of this week is my baby's about to poo all over my white jumper.
Yeah.
No. The worst bit is because it's an electric car, I don't have to go to the petrol station anymore. So then I have no excuse for a sneaky chocolate bar or a sneaky gum visit. I have to literally go. I have to go into the petrol station purposely for the treat because I no longer need to go to get petrol.
Well, also, being fully electric, do you charge that at home or do you have to go to one of those Tesla ones?
Done both.
Oh, yeah?
The ones, what are they called? The Jolts, they're faster.
Are they?
But
they're worse for your battery, if you know what I mean?
No, that's all. No. I think they're all the same. Just the one at home just takes forever.
Is that a new thing you had to buy to plug into the wall or whatever?
Yeah, you buy it with the car. It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. It's treating your car like a phone. It's so strange.
I've now got that song "How Bizarre" stuck in my head.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, before I do have to change my own outfit.
Yeah.
What is your best or worst?
My best would be this sounds a bit full on, but I
oh God,
took a shit in the studio.
Oh my
God. No.
As he looks to Nicoletta's
No. I got a hotel room Monday night as well off the back of the movie.
2:00 movie.
Yeah.
What time did you check into the hotel room for?
About 4. Yeah, had to find my way into town because was a little bit tipsy. But the Hotel Indigo, awesome.
Oh, the one that has the rooftop bar.
Yeah, but that was closed. But the rooms and stuff, really good. Ooh. And like I said, because I've travelled heaps, it was good to actually go into a place, especially in Adelaide, to be so nice like that.
And then how many days did you stay there?
One night.
Out today? Okay, no.
No, yeah, one night.
Fancy pants.
Yeah. It's a bit of a tax write-off as well because it's like media research. That's what it goes under.
You did not.
Yeah.
Media research.
The whole Barbie movie thing's a write-off as well.
Oh my, I have never.
The bar hopping is a write-off too.
How?
Because it's I'm meeting people.
You have a great tax man or woman, obviously.
The key word is research.
Oh God, I don't even. Anyway, all right.
Welcome to media.
I've been working in media for 20 years and I have never done this.
You
have wasted.
The ATO owe you a lot of money. So that was my best. Probably the worst would be no, actually I was going to say the checkout, but the checkout was like 11. So
without having to ask, without having to call.
No,
in the morning, worst. Like, hi, it's 10:58. Can I please get it later?
The worst because I booked it online off a whim.
Off a what?
Like just booked
whim.
It. Whim, like I just did it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a website. Okay.
So I'm using language I don't usually use.
On a whim?
Yeah. Is it on Wim Hof? No.
No. Whimsical.
Yeah.
On a whim.
Is that a term?
On a wing.
Might have to look that up.
On a wing, no.
I think it's whim.
Okay.
WHIM?
Potentially.
Probably.
Anyway, so
because I booked on a whim and we've rolled up there and I'm pretty blind as we're checking in.
Are you?
Yeah, we went through like a couple of bottles.
Okay. I was like, you wear glasses. I'm so sorry.
I couldn't see. I was blind as a bat. And I've gone to check in.
We need 2 more people.
Oh, here you go. Just here to check in. And they're like, sir, you actually booked yesterday, not today, and you're a no-show. So there's no rooms booked for you tonight. I'm like, oh, God.
So when you said you stayed at the hotel, did you just sleep in the foyer for the night?
Luckily, the lady friend that I was there with took care of business and sorted it out, and then we were able to stay.
Okay, that sounded so dodgy.
She had just gotten back from Thailand and Malaysia and
took care of business. What do you mean she took care of business?
Well, she spoke to the person behind the counter.
Why couldn't you do that?
Because I was a bit tipsy and I was just friendly. No worries, man. Too easy. All right, see you guys. Hang on a minute. What?
She's like, excuse me for my drunk counterpart.
Yeah, so we had to rebook it. And
Without extra charge.
well, apparently it was a cheaper night on the Monday night, but I had to commit to the Sunday night rates.
Okay, so you paid for 2 nights and only got one?
No. I paid for one night, but I had to pay more than what I would usually pay on a Monday night
Okay.
because I had paid originally for the Sunday.
Yeah, right. What a poo-poo. Speaking of, I've got one to change.
Where did Nicola let it go?
It's
on the floor?
I put the baby on the floor.
So I'd zoned out in my story and I didn't realise you'd taken your
I've
baby.
unclipped the baby. She's fine. She's on the floor. I'm finishing the job that I'm going to...
Just like a puppy, don't let it chew on any cords. All right.
Put that down, Nicoletta. Put that down.
I want to go live.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well.
Should we wrap this up?
We should wrap this up. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Where's your little outro music?
I'll press it.
Okay. Do it. Where is it? There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Shit, we forgot to say thanks to Con and Lena. We love you.
At the Brighton Trophy Centre.
Yeah.
Beautiful people with beautiful trophies.
Where do I put the dirty nappy in this joint?
I just do it in the corner. I'll hose it out later.
Awesome. All right. Hopefully we're all back next week.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Back.
Thanks for listening to Best Teammates. Follow us on socials and make sure you subscribe.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.